Update. My 27 female girlfriend of 2 years won't forgive me for cheating on my ex-fiancé, 28 female, and I'm 28 male at a loss. Original post. Background. So I know the sub often quotes, once a cheater, always a cheater. I agree and disagree at the same time. I cheated on my ex-fiancé when I was 24. I had recently found out after my mother passed that she was not actually my mother, but my grandmother. My junkie sister who overdosed when I was 15 was actually my bio-mom. My fiancé at the time, Alma, told me that I needed to get over it because there was nothing I could do. She stopped wanting to talk to me, even if it was about her day, and I felt emasculated constantly. She refused to be intimate for months at a time, and I withdrew. We both stopped trying, but neither of us were ready to let go, as we were high school sweethearts and were afraid of being without each other. Long story short, I had a one-night stand. In the moment, it felt nice that someone was interested in my day, in me, and found me attractive. And then it felt like someone dropped a boulder on me. I told Alma immediately the day after, and we split up. I am by no means proud of myself for cheating. I felt sick to my stomach looking at myself and took a year to reevaluate my life. I moved apartments, hit the gym, ate better, tried Buddhism, and now I feel better. Alma and I even got together after the year to talk things out. She apologized for pulling away and I apologized for cheating. We forgive each other. We'll never be great friends again, but I feel better knowing that we won't cringe when we see the other person. I met my now girlfriend, Sasha, at a mutual friend's party. I got her number and we really hit it off. When we broached the conversation about past relationships, I told her what happened between me and Alma. I told her that if she had any questions or if this made her feel uncomfortable, then to let me know. She seemed fairly understanding, though she had never cheated or been cheated on, and we continued to have a wonderful relationship. We moved in together in November. Now, about the end of February, she started to become increasingly curious about the cheating. She asked me if the one-night stand that I ever talked after, if she knew I had a fiancé, if Alma wanted to try and work things out, or if I ever tried to get with other women in relationships, etc. I answered her honestly to all. I let her know that if she's concerned that I'm going to cheat again, I'll keep my electronics and such open to her. Things seemed to be alright for a bit, until I noticed that Sasha was compulsively going through my electronics. She didn't ask me any more questions regarding my infidelity, but just became very jealous and controlling. For example, 3 weeks ago I had to take my computer to the shop because it had been acting buggy. Come to find out that a keylogger of some sort had been installed in my computer. I brought this up to Sasha, and she asked why I took my computer in, that it worked fine for her, and that maybe it downloaded when I went into some adult site. Another example would be Alma messaging me on Facebook last week, wondering why I sent her and another girl from high school text messages. I had no idea what she was talking about, and she sent me screen caps from a cell phone number that's obviously mine. The texts weren't inappropriate, but obviously out of place. They just tried to strike up a conversation, but were obviously not done in my tone. Again, I asked Sasha, and she seemed genuinely clueless and baffled. I checked my online account, and it confirmed that the messages were sent from my phone. Yesterday, Sasha and I went out to celebrate her friend Danielle's promotion. When Sasha went to the bathroom, Danielle brought up cheating. She told me about his ex that cheated on her all the time and cheated in all of his relationships. Once a cheater, you know. I told her that for some people that's true, but I think once a cheater should be reflective of the relationship that someone cheated in. I always know Alma will see me as a cheater. I can't take that away, but I never want to cheat again. I never want to step into a relationship and be treated like a cheater. I explained this to Danielle without referencing my past infidelity. She laughed and told me I deluded myself, and that Sasha better keep her eye on me. Sasha came back and I excused myself and told Sasha I felt sick and wanted to go home. She wanted to stay and I said I could just Uber. So I Ubered home and watched some Netflix. Sasha came home a little tipsy and began to slyly ask if I came home immediately or if I detoured. I asked her why she was being so distrustful, as I felt I kept communications open to her and have not given her a reason to not believe me. She went silent, then excused herself to go to bed. When I joined her, she was on her laptop and slammed it shut when I entered the room. Today, I'm fuming. I've done everything I feel I can to help alleviate any worries of cheating. I've done my best to be a better person than who I once was. I'm at a loss and don't know if this is a normal reaction when you date someone who once cheated. Is this worth salvaging with Sasha, or should I just cut and run? Now for the top advice before reading the update. Come to find out that a keylogger of some sort had been installed in my computer. That alone would be a deal breaker for me. By the way, when you run, be prepared for her to tell everybody you cheated. She sounds immature enough to do that. I guess I foolishly hoped that she was right. That somehow I had inadvertently downloaded it. The guy at the computer shop just kinda hung his head if I asked him if it was a possibility. Writing this all out with each instance really opens my eyes. Run from crazy. You cannot fix this. She has crossed so many lines. I felt that if I kept everything open and reduced the lines, then she wouldn't feel the need to cross so many. Damn, writing that all makes me recognize how wrong that was. Or should I just cut and run? Yep. She's pretending to be you and texting people from your phone and asking her girlfriends to try to get dirt on you? Not salvageable. Sorry, man. I just don't understand why she felt the need to text Alma or the other girl from my high school. I don't understand if that's insecurity or crazy, but I guess I need to create a quiet exit plan. Any tips? I don't understand if that's insecurity or crazy. It's both. Woohoo! The 2-for-1 combo. Either way, you don't want to stick around for it. As for the exit plan, what's the deal with your living situation? Own or rent? Who is on the lease? Can you kick her out and or move out easily yourself? I own my apartment. We split the pay per month. I think at this point she's considered a month-to-month tenant, so she would be given 30 days written notice. My only concern is that I feel really uncomfortable leaving anything in my apartment with her while she would move out. Maybe I'm being irrational, but I feel that if she's been this obsessive, I wouldn't put it past her to damage my things or do further damage. And now for the update. So I'm just going to sum things up because there's a lot of details, and it's great for long stories with friends. Maybe not here. Sasha told me she was going to visit her mother because there was a health emergency last week. I took her to the airport and immediately moved all essentials out of my place to a storage locker not far from it. I had my computer and phone scrubbed off key loggers and trackers. There were several in each. A good friend of mine offered me a spare room until a month is up as I had to leave a 30-day written notice for Sasha in the apartment. I decided it would be best to wait until she got home to let her know we broke up, to not distract her from her family. But the day before Sasha was supposed to fly back, I received an eerie Facebook message from Alma. Apparently for the past couple days, her home had been messed with. Someone left gates open, tore through screen doors, broke a couple pots in yard, and she felt like she was being watched. She asked if there was any chance that I or Sasha was behind all of this. It pained me to say it, but part of me thought Sasha or Danielle might be, as I had no idea where Alma currently lived. I informed her about the key logger, the trackers, and other issues. Alma asked what kind of car I drove, as she had noticed the same car driving by several times, and was now parked at the end of her block. It was not Sasha's vehicle or mine, so I assumed Danielle might be stalking Alma on Sasha's behalf while she was gone. Alma asked if I would come deal with us as she was very upset to be involved involuntarily in this issue, and to at least provide company so she wouldn't be home alone. She gave me her address and off I went. Come to find out, Sasha never boarded the plane. She bought a ticket and turned around as soon as I did. She rented a car and went to stalk Alma, probably in hopes to catch me going back to Alma, which in her eyes happened as soon as I showed up to Alma's place. I arrived and Sasha came bulldozing out of her rented car towards me. She kept screaming at me for cheating on her, that she knew I'd run back to that S-word, that the second she was gone, I couldn't keep my prick in my pants. Alma came out of her house at the sound of the screams and Sasha tried to sprint at her. Thankfully, Alma was able to get back into her home and lock the door in time, while Sasha began to hurl things around her yard. The police arrived and took everyone aside for statements. Alma showed pictures of prior damage, photos of the car parked at the end of the block, Facebook messages between me and her, and I did the same. Surprisingly, it seemed that Sasha didn't deny any of it. She even admitted to stalking Alma's Facebook enough to determine where she lived based on photos. The worst moment was when they put Sasha in the police car. She looked me dead in the eyes and told me that what she did it for me and our love together. We will be together, she swears. The police officer apologized and said I should start looking into a restraining order race-up. So that's what I've been doing this week. I think I want to be single for some time now. That is so unsettling. I'm glad you and Alma are safe. You should talk to her about also looking into getting a restraining order for herself against Sasha. I'm not sure what Alma's plans are right now, but we're both refraining from further contact from each other. She's removed herself from Facebook, and that's all I know. Can you ask the officers you spoke to if they could bring it up with her? This is so out of nowhere for her that I wouldn't be surprised if needing to take that action. Has it occurred to her? And she is absolutely still in danger from Sasha. I for sure will. I'd like to think Alma would take action, but you're right given how quickly this all came to a head. Sounds like she needs some serious help. I think you and Alma both need to look into home security systems. Way ahead of you. I've never been so scared of someone much tinier than me, but I feel awful that she followed Alma. Dude, wow. Tell Alma to get some security cameras. If she's this cuckoo, this won't be the last you hear from her. Now for the last story. Found ovulation tests, but we don't plan on having kids and have protected intimacy. Is she cheating? Plus update. Original post. So a week ago I opened our closet and noticed that the box where we keep our bedroom toys looked different. I looked inside and noticed there were 3 things missing. Asked my girlfriend about it. She said she didn't know anything about it. Somewhat later she then said she took them out and put them somewhere else. When I asked her where, she said she forgot where and she would search for them. When I asked her again yesterday, she got angry and said she had no time for looking and was dodging questions. Today I searched for myself. Didn't find them, but I found some ovulation tests. We don't plan to have kids. Is there any other reason that she's using these tests? Like medical reasons? She has a history of HPV. Or is she cheating? She's not at home right now and I'm getting crazy, so I'm asking here before I look like an idiot when I'm asking her tonight. Edit. I should have mentioned that we haven't been intimate for about a month now, but I found these tests in her backpack she uses when she's sleeping at friends. When I tried to talk to her calmly about the toys, she got really angry fast and left the room. And about asking the friends, half the time I don't even know at which friend's house she is. When I ask her, she says stuff like some girls I met at soccer practices or at a party. Last Sunday when I asked her where she's going, she misspoke the name of a friend that I know. She then told me that she always called her that name. I never heard her call her friend that, so that's weird too. Now for the top advice before reading the update. She might just be tracking her cycle. I do that and I'm not planning a pregnancy. Quite the opposite. Knowing when I'm ovulating helps me avoid a window of fertility. And in general, I just want to get acquainted with my cycle. If you feel you're going crazy, you should ask her, but please go about it as calmly as you possibly can. I understand, but we haven't been intimate for a while now, and it's weird that she hid them in a backpack under the bed. That doesn't matter. You said it's been a month. She might have had a private moment where her period was different or late last time, which would be a month ago. And she might have wanted to add in an extra layer of protection by knowing the next time she's ovulating. Maybe it's so she can see if it connects to mood. Maybe it's to make sure she doesn't have intimacy during that window. Maybe it has something to do with how she's taking care of her reproductive system. Either way, this information is useful for her knowledge of her own body, and that isn't something that should be viewed so negatively. She may want to know if she's even fertile. She also could want to start having unprotected action and not risk pregnancy. Edited to add. After reading the edits, her behavior sounds suspicious. Could be out of context, but they also could be red flags. I don't know, the ovulation tests are particularly suspicious, but the rest of what you said is. Bedroom toys went missing and she's the only other person with access to them, yet can't explain where they went, and she gets angry when you bring it up. She stays over at other people's houses you don't know and they are just some friends she met. Maybe that's a cultural thing, but kind of weird where I'm from. I'm a believer in trusting your gut. If her behavior suddenly change, you think she acts suspicious, and you suddenly stop having as much intimacy as normal, those are pretty classic signs of cheating. Also, he added in a comment that spending the night with friends just started a month ago, at the same time that the intimacy stopped. And now for the update. Hours ago, my now ex-girlfriend came home. And after reading the comments on my post, I felt like a paranoid idiot, so I decided to drop it. She acted really weird when she came home, and I noticed that she had something in her hand when she came out of the toilet and went to our bedroom. Immediately, my inner alarm went off, and as soon as she left the bedroom, I was looking for what she's hiding. I found a used ovulation test, and another package with one pill that was missing under her pants under a pillow. I took a picture and after searching the name from the package on Google, it's an emergency contraceptive called Aloe 1. I was freaking shocked and disgusted when I read that, and I still am. So I immediately went to her and asked about the toys again, and why there are these ovulation tests under her bed. Before she could lie to me, I just told her that I know that she just took that pill. She started freaking laughing. So I told her that this is absolutely not fun in any way. She told me to leave her alone, but I was so mad that I just asked her the same freaking questions until she started crying. She accused me of hacking her phone, that I was spying on her, that I'm the bad one, until she finally told me the truth. About a month ago, she messaged one of her coaches on Instagram because of some sport lotion and where to get it and all. They exchanged numbers, kept chatting, and started to meet. So the sleepovers were indeed them hooking up. When I asked about the toys, she just said that I would know where they are, and she had a test because they did it without protection. She now wants me to leave the apartment and told me that she already had legal advice weeks ago and that I have 1 month to leave because I'm just a subtenant. Knowing that she already planned this makes me so incredibly sick. She's gone now, and I feel like I'm dead. I'm not sad or angry. I just feel nothing right now. 5 years wasted for nothing. How can someone be this freaking cold? I just don't understand. We moved about 2 years ago to a different city because she wanted to study here. I don't have friends here where I can live until I find something. I don't have a family and 1 month to find a home in one of the busiest cities in Germany. I never thought that I'd get cheated on. I'm not perfect, but I don't think that I deserve this. She's a different person to me, and it makes me crazy. I'm writing this and hoping it helps me see clearer. It feels like a dream. And for all the people who read this have similar suspicions, don't ask the sub for advice. The comments made me almost drop this matter. Trust your gut and don't rely on people who don't know the full picture or are biased. Because in hindsight, there were so many red flags, but I was just too dumb to see it. I don't care if I misspelled something. I just want to give an update and maybe clear my head a little. I'm going for a walk now and hope that tomorrow will look different.